You know that moment when you're lying in bed at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling, thinking, I could be conquering the world right now if only I weren't asleep? Yeah, we've all been there. I remember one night I told myself just one more episode, which somehow turned into three. By the time I looked at the clock, I realized I was essentially training to become a nocturnal zombie. And the worst part? I was proud of it. That's the modern life trap talking, the one that whispers, sleep is for the weak, productivity is everything. But here's the thing, sleep is not the enemy. In fact, it's probably the most underrated superpower we all already have. And unlike some superhero movies, there's no confusing plot twist or cliffhanger, you just need to close your eyes. Behind our still bodies, the brain is working overtime. It's tidying up, sorting memories, discarding what's unnecessary, and quietly filing away lessons we learned during the day. Think of it as Marie Kondo for your mind, except it doesn't spark joy, it sparks clarity. I remember one morning, after a terrible night of tossing and turning, I went into a meeting and forgot the most basic thing: my own name on the Zoom screen. Okay, maybe not my real name, but I blanked on what I was supposed to say. That's sleep deprivation in action. Your brain is like a sponge that's already full. It can't absorb anything new, no matter how hard you try. Learning slows down. Not because we are not smart, but because our brains are running on fumes, like a car trying to climb a hill with an empty gas tank. Sleep also keeps our emotions in check. You know that moment when someone slightly cuts you off in traffic and suddenly you're imagining elaborate revenge scenarios in your head? That's a sleep-deprived brain at work. The part of the brain that processes feelings becomes hyperactive, while the system that keeps you calm and rational weakens. Lack of sleep doesn't just make you tired, it makes you cranky, sensitive, and less capable of handling life's small annoyances. Even autocorrect becomes an enemy, turning your casual "I'm fine" into "I'm fire," and suddenly your text feels like a declaration of war. And it's not just emotions that take a hit. The body notices too. Chronic sleep deprivation quietly raises the risks of heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and obesity. Your immune system weakens, leaving you more vulnerable to infections. I remember catching a cold after a week of surviving on 5 hours of sleep. My body felt like it was filing a formal complaint against me. Even when we feel okay, the damage is happening. It's invisible, subtle, and insidious, but very real. In today's world, sleep is under constant assault. Lights stay on late, screens never really turn off, and long working hours are celebrated as dedication badges. I know someone who scrolls through memes while brushing their teeth at night. True story. Artificial light suppresses melatonin, the hormone that signals it's time to rest. The body grows tired, but the brain resists, like a kid who refuses to leave a playground. It scrolls, checks emails, wonders if the Wi-Fi went down, and generally acts like chaos incarnate. Here's the mistake we make: chasing productivity at the expense of rest. Sleep is the foundation of productivity, not the thing we sacrifice to get more done. Without it, thinking is foggy, focus slips, and creativity stalls. Decisions that should take a minute drag on for hours. Mistakes multiply, and patience evaporates. It's ironic, the very thing we sacrifice for efficiency ends up sabotaging our ability to function at our best. Sleep is not a luxury, it's essential. With enough regular, high-quality sleep, our thinking is sharper, memories more reliable, and emotions more balanced. Even our immune system works better. Think of sleep like the software update on your phone. Ignore it and eventually things start glitching. Unlike a phone though, you can't hit "remind me later" forever. Sleep is also quietly magical. Dreams, for instance, aren't just random nonsense. They help process emotions, solve problems, and even spark creativity. I once went to bed frustrated over a problem at work. I woke up with a solution in my head that felt like it had been whispered by some invisible nighttime mentor. That's sleep at work. Silent, clever, and sometimes a little whimsical, like a life coach who gives advice while wearing fuzzy slippers. So what does this mean practically? It means treating sleep seriously, not as a luxury, not as an indulgence, but as an essential part of living well. Turn off the screens a little earlier, dim the lights, allow your body to reset. Even small steps make a difference. And it's not about perfection, it's about respect. Respect for your body, your brain, your life. Skipping on sleep is like ignoring the check engine light on your car. Eventually, something's going to break down. Sleep is not lost time. It's the time that allows everything else to happen better. It's the hidden fuel for focus, memory, emotional resilience, and overall health. Want to live fully, think clearly, and feel balanced? Sleep must be part of the plan. Not optional, not disposable, essential. So tonight, when you feel that urge to scroll just one more time, consider this. Sleep is not a compromise. It's a gift. A nightly renewal that allows your brain to grow, your body to heal, and your mind to wake up ready for what comes next. And unlike most gifts, it costs nothing, is available anywhere, and its returns are immeasurable. Go ahead, pull the covers up, turn off the phone, close your eyes. Tomorrow, the world will feel a little brighter, your thoughts a little clearer, and your coffee? Well, it might still be necessary, but you'll probably enjoy it more. Sleep well. You've earned it, even if your to-do list didn't get the memo. And hey, if your brain dreams about memes tonight, just smile. That's proof it's working, even while you're resting.